Do you ever feel like you're moving through life on autopilot, following a script written by someone else? We often accept the world as it's presented, seldom pausing to ask the deeper questions. What if the key to a profoundly different, more authentic life lies not in finding all the answers, but in daring to ask the right questions? This journey begins with a single, courageous act: to question. Imagine the relief, the clarity that comes from untangling the knots of unquestioned thoughts. Many of us carry beliefs and assumptions like heavy cloaks, unaware we can choose to set them down. The title of this video, "Why Questioning Everything Will Change Your Life," isn't just a catchy phrase. It's an invitation to a path tread by one of history's greatest thinkers. We're talking about Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher who famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living." He believed that true wisdom begins in admitting you know nothing, and that the path to understanding is paved with relentless inquiry. His legacy isn't a set of doctrines, but a powerful method for seeking truth. Why did Socrates champion questioning so fiercely? Because he understood that unquestioned beliefs are like invisible chains, limiting our potential and our understanding of reality. By questioning, we begin to test these chains, to see them for what they are, and perhaps to break free. This isn't about cynicism, but about a profound love for truth. The change promised in our title isn't an overnight miracle, but a gradual awakening. It's the shift from being a passive recipient of information to an active seeker of understanding. It's about cultivating an inner landscape where curiosity thrives and assumptions are gently challenged, leading to a life lived with intention. So what does it mean to question everything? It sounds daunting, perhaps even disruptive, but it's not about becoming argumentative or nihilistic. It's about applying a gentle, persistent curiosity to the fundamental aspects of your existence, your thoughts, your values, your habits, and the world you inhabit. Let's consider why we often avoid questioning. Comfort is a powerful sedative. It's easier to accept the status quo, to go along with the crowd, than to venture into the unknown territory of why. Fear of unsettling our own foundations, or of judgment from others, often keeps us silent. Society, too, often subtly discourages deep questioning. We are rewarded for conformity, for having ready answers rather than thoughtful questions. But true growth, the kind that Socrates championed, flourishes in the spaces where we admit uncertainty and embrace the inquiry. The Socratic method isn't about winning an argument. It's about a shared journey towards deeper understanding. It often involves asking a series of clarifying questions that help to reveal underlying assumptions and inconsistencies in thought. Imagine applying this method to yourself. The first area ripe for questioning is our deeply ingrained assumptions. These are the truths we've accepted without scrutiny, often absorbed from childhood, culture, or experience. They operate in the background, shaping our perceptions and decisions, often unnoticed. Consider an assumption like, "I am not a creative person." Where did that come from? A past failure, a careless comment? By asking, "Is this truly true?" or "What evidence supports this and what contradicts it?" we begin to dismantle limiting self-beliefs. Questioning assumptions about others is equally vital. We might assume someone's intentions based on limited information. Asking, "What else could be true here?" or "Am I seeing the full picture?" can foster empathy and reduce conflict. It shifts us from judgment to curiosity. Then there are our beliefs, the more conscious tenets we hold about life, success, relationships, and our own capabilities. Ask yourself, where did this belief originate? Did I consciously choose it or did I inherit it? This isn't about discarding all beliefs, but ensuring they are authentically yours. Imagine your beliefs are like furniture in the house of your mind. Some pieces were inherited, some were gifts, some you picked up along the way. Is it time to redecorate? To ask if each piece truly serves you, if it reflects who you are now and who you want to become. Questioning your beliefs about success can be particularly transformative. Does my definition of success align with my deepest values, or is it shaped by external pressures? Answering this honestly can redirect your entire life path towards greater fulfillment. It's about defining success on your own terms. Next, let's turn our questioning gaze towards societal norms and expectations. Why are things done this way? Does this tradition still hold meaning, or is it just momentum? This isn't about rebellion for its own sake, but about conscious participation in our culture. Many societal norms are sensible and useful, providing order and cohesion. But others can be outdated, unjust, or simply irrelevant to your personal journey. Daring to question them, even silently to yourself, is the first step toward choosing your own way with integrity. What about the shoulds and oughts that silently govern our days? I should be more ambitious. I ought to be married by now. Question these internal edicts. Says who? Is this should truly serving my well-being and happiness? This is about reclaiming your autonomy. The beauty of Socratic questioning is its simplicity. It often starts with why, and then delves deeper. What does that mean? How do I know that to be true? What are the implications if it is true or if it isn't? It's a spiral staircase leading to clarity. One of the first profound changes you'll notice is increased self-awareness. When you question your automatic thoughts and reactions, you begin to understand your inner workings on a much deeper level. You see the patterns, the triggers, the hidden motivations. This newfound self-awareness is the bedrock of personal growth. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. By understanding why you do what you do, you gain the power to choose differently, to respond more consciously rather than react impulsively. Questioning also cultivates intellectual humility. The more you question, the more you realize how much you don't know. This isn't a weakness, but a gateway to genuine learning. Socrates himself famously said, "I know that I know nothing." This is the starting point of wisdom. This humility opens you up to new perspectives. When you're not attached to being right, you can truly listen to others, learn from different viewpoints, and expand your understanding of the world. It transforms conversations from battles of ego into opportunities for shared discovery. Another significant change is the development of critical thinking. In a world saturated with information and misinformation, the ability to question sources, analyze arguments, and identify biases is not just a skill, it's a superpower for navigating reality. When you question everything, you become less susceptible to manipulation, whether from advertising, political rhetoric, or social pressure. You learn to think for yourself, to form your own informed opinions, rather than passively accepting what's fed to you. This is true freedom. This practice inevitably leads to greater authenticity. As you shed externally imposed beliefs and align with your inner truths, your actions start to reflect your genuine self. You begin to live a life that feels true from the inside out. This is a profound relief. Living authentically means your choices in career, relationships, lifestyle are rooted in your own values and desires, not in what others expect or what society dictates. This alignment brings a deep sense of peace and purpose. You are no longer performing, you are simply being. Of course, this path of questioning isn't always easy. It can be uncomfortable. Questioning deeply held beliefs can feel like shaking the very ground beneath your feet. There might be moments of confusion or disorientation as old certainties dissolve. Sometimes your questions might challenge the beliefs of those around you, leading to friction or difficult conversations. This is a natural part of growth. The aim isn't to alienate, but to seek understanding, both for yourself and ideally with others. Remember, the discomfort is temporary. It's the discomfort of growth, like a seed breaking through the soil. On the other side of that discomfort lies greater clarity, stronger conviction in your own truths, and a more resilient sense of self. One powerful area to apply questioning is your daily habits. Why do I do this every day? Does this habit serve my goals and well-being, or is it just an automatic pattern? Even small shifts in daily routines born from inquiry can lead to significant life improvements. Consider your relationship with technology. Am I using this tool consciously, or is it using me? How does this scrolling make me feel? Questioning these interactions can help you reclaim your time and attention, which are your most precious resources. Questioning your fears is also profoundly liberating. What am I truly afraid of in this situation? What's the worst that could happen, and could I handle it? Often, when we bring our fears into the light of inquiry, they lose much of their power. This practice fosters resilience. When you're accustomed to questioning and examining, you're better equipped to handle life's uncertainties and setbacks. You see challenges not as absolute defeats, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and ask new, better questions. The process of questioning can transform your relationships. Instead of making assumptions about your loved ones, try asking, "How are you really feeling? What do you need from me? How can I better understand your perspective?" This fosters deeper connection and intimacy. Imagine a workplace where thoughtful questions are encouraged over quick, superficial answers. Is there a better way to do this? What are we not seeing? Such an environment fosters innovation, problem-solving, and genuine collaboration. Questioning leads to clarity of purpose. By continually asking, "What truly matters to me? And how can I contribute meaningfully?" you strip away the superficial and uncover a more authentic direction for your life. Your actions become infused with intention. This isn't about having all the answers. Socrates certainly didn't claim to. It's about falling in love with the process of inquiry itself. The joy is in the seeking, the exploring, the gradual unfolding of understanding. The questions themselves become companions. This continuous questioning fuels lifelong learning and growth. Each answer, however partial, often opens up new avenues of inquiry, new territories to explore. Life becomes an endless, fascinating journey of discovery, rather than a destination to be reached. Consider the concept of failure. Through the lens of questioning, failure is reframed. It's no longer a verdict, but data. What can I learn from this? What assumptions were incorrect? How can I approach this differently next time? This is a game changer. Questioning even your own successes is valuable. What factors truly contributed to this? Was it luck, effort, or something else? How can I replicate the positive aspects? This prevents complacency and ensures continued growth, even when things are going well. The Socratic approach empowers you to become your own inner mentor. You learn to guide yourself through challenges by asking probing, compassionate questions. You develop an internal compass that is reliable and wise, reducing dependence on external validation. This internal dialogue, this self-questioning, is not self-criticism. It's driven by curiosity and a desire for truth. The tone is gentle, patient, and encouraging, like a wise teacher guiding a beloved student. It's an act of self-compassion. So how do we begin to cultivate this life-changing habit? Start small. Pick one assumption you hold about yourself or the world today and just gently ask, "Is this really true? Why do I believe this?" Don't aim to solve it, just to explore it. Journaling can be a powerful tool. Write down your questions. Explore your thoughts without judgment. Let your pen wander. You might be surprised by the insights that emerge when you give your mind the space to question freely. Another simple practice: when you encounter a strong opinion, either your own or someone else's, pause and ask, "What are the underlying assumptions here?" This simple question can diffuse arguments and open pathways to understanding. Engage in what you might call Socratic walks. As you move through your day, consciously observe and question. Why is this designed this way? What is the purpose of this rule? What emotions am I feeling right now, and why? Let curiosity be your guide. The change that questioning everything brings is not just intellectual, it's deeply emotional. There's a profound sense of liberation that comes from freeing yourself from the cage of unexamined thoughts and societal expectations. It's a path to inner peace. You might find yourself becoming more present, When you are actively questioning and observing, you are less likely to be lost in past regrets or future anxieties. You are engaged with the now, with the unfolding reality in front of you. This practice can also deepen your appreciation for the complexity and wonder of life. The more you question, the more you realize the intricate beauty of even the simplest things, from a leaf to a human interaction. It cultivates awe. Questioning leads to more conscious decision-making. Instead of reacting impulsively or following old patterns, you pause, inquire, consider alternatives, and then choose a path aligned with your deeper understanding and values. This is true empowerment. It fosters a mindset of continuous improvement, not from a place of harsh self-criticism, but from a gentle curiosity about how things could be even better, more aligned, more joyful. What small adjustment could I make today? This journey of questioning helps you to define your own ethics and values more clearly. By examining different moral dilemmas and societal standards, you build a personal code that is robust and deeply considered, rather than passively adopted. The courage to question is the courage to grow. It's accepting that you don't have all the answers, and that this, not knowing, is precisely where the adventure begins. Each question is a doorway to a larger room in the mansion of understanding. This process makes life more interesting. When you are constantly curious, the world becomes a source of endless fascination. Mundane situations reveal hidden depths. Routine interactions become opportunities for insight. Boredom recedes. Questioning your relationship with time can be particularly profound. Am I spending my time in ways that truly matter to me? Am I honoring the preciousness of each moment? This inquiry can lead to significant shifts in priorities. You might also question your definitions of happiness. Is it fleeting pleasure or something deeper, more sustainable? Is it found in external achievements or internal states of being? Socrates would argue for the latter, found through virtue and wisdom. This commitment to questioning is a commitment to truth, in whatever form it takes. It's a willingness to be wrong, to change your mind, to let go of cherished illusions if they don't stand up to scrutiny. This honesty is profoundly liberating. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Questioning shifts from a deliberate effort to an intuitive way of engaging with the world. It becomes a lens through which you perceive everything, enriching your experience. Think of the great innovators and thinkers throughout history. What did they have in common? A relentless curiosity, a willingness to question established norms, and the courage to pursue those questions even when it was unpopular. Your life, too, is a canvas for discovery. By questioning everything, you are, in essence, taking up the Socratic mantle and becoming a philosopher of your own existence. You are seeking to understand the most important subject of all, yourself and your place in the world. This approach can help you identify your unique gifts and talents. By questioning what truly energizes you, what you lose yourself in, what problems you love to solve, you can uncover passions that might have been dormant. Questioning the stories you tell yourself is crucial. We all have narratives about our past, our identity, our limitations. Is this story I'm telling myself actually true, or is it just a familiar script? Rewriting these stories can change your future. The Socratic method is not about tearing things down destructively. It's about deconstruction in order to reconstruct something stronger, truer, and more aligned. It's clearing away the rubble to build a more magnificent edifice of understanding. As you get comfortable with questioning, you'll find it less about finding definitive answers and more about embracing the richness of the questions themselves. Some questions are meant to be lived with, to unfold their wisdom over time. This practice helps to dissolve black and white thinking. Life is rarely simple. Questioning reveals the nuances, the gray areas, the multiple perspectives. This leads to greater wisdom and less dogmatism. Questioning can even touch upon the most profound aspects of existence: purpose, meaning, spirituality. What gives my life meaning? What are my deepest spiritual or philosophical intuitions? These are not easy questions, but vital ones for a rich inner life. The change that Socrates promised, and that this path offers, is an inner revolution. It's a shift in consciousness that then ripples outward, transforming how you experience your life and how you show up in the world. This is not a destination but a lifelong practice. There will always be more to question, more to learn, more to understand. The joy is in the journey of becoming a more conscious, examined, and authentic human being. So the challenge Socrates laid down centuries ago is still profoundly relevant. Will you dare to live an examined life? Will you embrace the discomfort and the liberation of questioning everything? The potential for transformation is immense. Let's make this practical. Today, choose one small, automatic thought you often have. Perhaps it's "I'm too tired," or "this will never work." Pause, ask, is that 100% true? What's one piece of evidence against it? Just notice what happens. Another practice: before making a non-trivial decision, ask yourself 3 Socratic questions. What are my assumptions here? What would someone I admire advise, and why? If I knew I couldn't fail, what would I choose? Let these guide you. Notice when you feel a strong emotional reaction to something. Instead of just feeling it, get curious. Why am I feeling this so strongly? What underlying belief is being triggered? This turns emotional reactivity into an opportunity for self-discovery. Read something that challenges your existing worldview. As you read, actively question its arguments, its evidence, and your own reactions to it. This stretches your mind and builds intellectual flexibility. The essence of this practice is to cultivate a beginner's mind, open, curious, and free of preconceptions. It's about approaching even familiar things as if seeing them for the first time, allowing for new insights to emerge. This is where the magic happens. Remember, the goal is not to find the ultimate answer to everything. That's an impossible task. The goal is to live more consciously, more authentically, and more aligned with your deepest self through the very act of questioning. The process is the prize. By questioning everything, you are essentially taking responsibility for your own mind, your own beliefs, and ultimately your own life. This is the highest form of personal sovereignty. You become the author of your own story, not just a character in someone else's. This path, inspired by Socrates, is a journey inward that transforms everything outward. It's about stripping away the non-essential to reveal the brilliant core of your own being and the profound truths that resonate within you. The change that questioning everything will bring to your life is a movement from unconscious living to conscious creation, from being passively shaped by the world to actively shaping your experience of it. It is, quite simply, learning how to live wisely and well. So embrace the spirit of Socrates. Let curiosity be your compass. Let inquiry be your path. The unexamined life may not be worth living, but the examined life, that is a life of infinite depth, meaning, and continuous, beautiful unfolding. The promise of change isn't about becoming someone entirely new, but about becoming more of who you truly are. It's about uncovering the wisdom that already resides within you, obscured by layers of unquestioned assumptions and beliefs. This journey of questioning is a quiet revolution, one that starts within your own mind and heart. It doesn't require grand pronouncements, only a consistent, gentle commitment to looking deeper, to asking why, with an open and honest spirit. As you integrate this practice, you'll find that your perception of the world shifts. Problems may appear as puzzles, obstacles as opportunities for insight, and everyday life as a rich field for discovery. This is the Socratic gift, a mind awakened. The power to change your life, therefore, lies not in external circumstances, but in your willingness to engage with your inner world through the courageous act of questioning. It is a path of liberation, open to anyone willing to walk it. What one question, if you truly explored it, might begin to change your life today? Let that question be your starting point. The journey of 1,000 insights begins with a single, honest inquiry.